This is TomoNews for Tuesday, January 9th. Oprah wants to be POTUS. Oprah Winfrey is thinking about throwing her hat in the ring in 2020. Oprah gave a moving speech at the Golden Globes on Sunday night, which has now led to speculation she could make a run for the White House. According to sources, several of Oprah's inner circle have been urging her to take the plunge. It's just talk for now, but that talk is already dominating headlines and social media. Hashtag Oprah 2020 began trending right after her Golden Globe speech. But Oprah lacks political and military experience and is completely unqualified for the position. Remind you of somebody? When is America going to realize TV and movie stars pretending to be president is the last thing we need? But the big problem for the Democrats is they literally have no one in the chamber to go up against small hands Big Lead Button in 2020. But back to Oprah. Who's she going to pick for her VP? LeBron or Steph? In China, someone's always watching. Facial recognition is popping up everywhere in China as the government looks to technology to keep constant track of its people and what they're up to. Chinese apartments equipped with keyless entry use cameras to scan and verify residents' faces. But although convenient, the technology is also being used by authorities to monitor individuals and identify alleged bad guys and persons of interest. The project, called Sharp Eyes, intends to connect public security cameras with those in private compounds and buildings to form a nationwide surveillance and data sharing network. Sharp Eyes' aim is to compile information on citizens, including criminal and medical records, travel and purchase history, and social media use, and link it to a face and identity card. Its name derives from a communist slogan and is linked to Chairman Mao's attempts to get citizens to spy on each other. Supposedly, the system can track suspicious behavior to help eliminate crime, which in China can be anything from homicide to speaking out against the government. Ultimately, the goal is for total surveillance, and in a country where being an ethnic minority or an activist can get you flagged, that prospect is frightening. Mean wild turkeys messing with Ohio mail carriers. A big mess of angry wild turkeys are preventing mail carriers from delivering the mail in Rocky River, Ohio. The Postal Service let the city know that some carriers wouldn't be able to deliver mail because hostile turkeys were creating unsafe conditions. For the past 3 weeks, around 25 to 30 homes haven't been getting any mail thanks to the aggressive turkeys. Mail carriers don't have anything to scare the turkeys off, so people have had to end up going to the post office to get their mail. Unfortunately, the city can't go all guns and glory on the feathered foes due to a city ordinance. The city has instead told residents not to leave out any kind of bird food. Too bad, Thanksgiving is over. 3, 2, 1, blast off. SpaceX is all set to launch the world's most powerful rocket into deep space, and with it, a most unusual cargo. Elon Musk's own car. The Falcon Heavy rocket features 3 Falcon 9 engine cores that are powered by 27 Merlin engines. Instead of concrete or steel blocks that act as mass simulators, the rocket's payload will be a red Tesla Roadster. The Falcon Heavy is designed to get large payloads into space and opens up the possibility of sending manned missions to the Moon or Mars. The powerful vehicle has 2,500 tons of thrust on liftoff, equal to 18 Boeing 747s at full throttle. Its maiden flight is scheduled for late January. A lot of risk is associated with the rocket, which could blow up on ascent. If successful, the Tesla Roadster will be sent into Mars orbit, where it will remain for 1 billion years. On top of this, SpaceX is also aiming to land and recover all 3 of the Heavy's first-stage cores. Meanwhile, on Monday, the Dow Jones reported that lawmakers have been informed about the apparent destruction of a secretive payload, codenamed Zuma, after being taken into space on a recent SpaceX launch. The payload reportedly may have burned up in the atmosphere after failing to separate correctly from the SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket.